Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us. My name's Faraday, host Sonny. I am so excited that you decided to join us. We're going to talk to you about an opportunity that's been life-changing for me, my husband, and my teammates. So many people's lives have been affected. I was not so fortunate about three and a half years ago when I just got back into network marketing after 10 years doing traditional business, and I literally fell flat on my face. I struggled. I spent more money than I made, and maybe you've been there. I think most of us have at some point, but I worked extremely hard and got nowhere. And then I came across an opportunity we're going to talk to you about tonight that I worked extremely hard, except that I ended up making more money than I ever dreamed possible. And so did my teammates. Actually, 6 of my teammates achieved 7-figure earnings in their very first year. Now, I know that sounds hard to believe. I mean, it was hard for me to believe too, because if you've been in this industry, you know that it doesn't happen often, if ever. I mean, when have you heard of 6 people earning 7 figures in their first year in any MLM? And I'm not pulling your leg, and I'm not making any promises, but you better listen carefully, because it does take something quite special, quite unique. And in our case, excuse me, that's Sonny, my cat. He likes to join the show, part of my $1 million Google Hangout secret. So, and Dave, you might come get Sonny. But anyway, we were fortunate, in my opinion, because I was able to find something in front of 5, and actually now 6 major global trends that have never been done in network marketing history. And it's made a huge difference. And not every company can say that. As a matter of fact, not any company can say that, because these are areas that have never been done in network marketing history. I am no better than you. As a matter of fact, you can see I can't even control a Hangout. I've got the cat jumping in the way. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. I do have one on my panel I'm going to introduce you to shortly, but it's really timing, and the right opportunity can turn everything around for you. And let me start by explaining the major trends. Now, you've heard of Mr. Warren Buffett, haven't you? Mr. Warren Buffett knows a lot about finance. Would you agree? He says to make a fortune, you must be in front of a trend, not in the middle and not in the end. Well, I think Mr. Warren Buffett would approve if I showed him a way to get in front of not 1, but 5, actually 6 major trends in this online industry that we are a part of. And one of those industries is social media. As a matter of fact, you must be in social media today or get left behind. It's a $300 billion industry. And every one of you is probably on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. But do they pay you? And the answer is absolutely not. Well, don't you think that it's about time that they did? Why not, with all the time and effort and energy you're spending on social media anyway, why don't you become part of a community that actually pays you back for your time? And one of the slogans of our company is get paid to play. Get paid to play with all the things that you are already doing online. So it's not like we have to change people's habits when it comes to social media. We just have to introduce them to a platform that is actually like Facebook, but many, many more features. I call it Facebook on steroids. With live hangouts like this, with screen shares, video talk with 10 people at a time, file sharing, blogging, everything you can imagine, fun and exciting, and once again, get paid on the social media that you're spending your time on. Now, we are involved with a couple of international products, and guess what? They just happen to be the fastest growing segments on the internet. Online casino and online sportsbook. Now, this is a $50 billion industry and projected to be $150 billion. Now, this is for international distributors, but guess what? We're an international company. We're in 200 different countries, and online casino and sportsbook betting is extremely popular in all of those countries. And guess what? People are already going to a casino environment. They're already playing. We've got a live dealer experience that is titillating, I'm told. I'm in the U.S., so I'm not on there playing, but the international folks are loving it. The dealers are spinning the roulette wheels, and they're shuffling their cards, and they're taking your bets, and all the sights and sounds of a live casino, except with this casino, you get paid when other people play. That's better than being the house. It's like owning a part of a casino. All you do is take the people that are already playing in the international market and introduce them to our platform, and you're getting like 25% BV of those purchases paid back to you. Same thing with the sports book. You can bet on everything under the sun if you're international, and people are already doing it. Get paid to play. They are doing it in the billions. Billions was spent on the World Cup alone. The Kentucky Derby, just in Las Vegas casinos, $187 million was wagered on the Derby, and billions on the Super Bowl. So this is something that you can be a part of that's fun and it's exciting, and people are already doing it, and all you do is get paid when they play. So I'm loving it. In addition to that, we've got an online games platform. You know, games are incredibly popular. It's $85 billion industry, projected to go to $135 billion. And there's a company called Double Down. They do $500 million a year. Facebook does $9 billion a year in these online games. So people love them. People are already doing it. Except with our platform, you get paid. So why not send them to a platform to do what they're already doing with a platform that you get paid on? Makes sense? Right. It certainly does. Now, we've got fantasy sports. Do you know how huge that industry is? It's a $70 billion industry. Have you heard of FanDuel? FanDuel actually does 100,000 games per day. Per day. Imagine getting paid on every single game played. Well, you're not going to get paid like that with FanDuel, but with our platform, G1e Fantasy Sports, you will. And all you have to do is introduce them to a platform that's better, in my opinion, because it's easier for people like me with no background in fantasy sports. I won $3,500 just playing, and I never watched 5 minutes of football really in my life. So it's much easier. We don't have tens of thousands of people playing every game, so the odds are so much better, and there's none of those irritating draft limitations and salary caps. If you're into fantasy sports, you know what I'm talking about. Our people win, and plus we get paid on every single game played. So I've covered some of the fastest growing segments on the internet, and really in business in general. Those are considered to be some of the fastest growing industries and projected fastest growing industries in existence, really, all except for one. And the granddaddy of them all, I'm going to tell you what it is. Can you guess? what do we all love to do? What do we all love to do at the very best possible price? And that is travel. And my travel expert friend tells me that travel is the #1 searched word on the internet today. Now, you might say, well, travel is not something that's never been done in MLM, and you are absolutely right. But it's never been done the way that we are doing it. We're offering something that's never been done in not only MLM, but in the entire industry, which is offering travel to you at cost. Now, what I mean by at cost, now you get very low price goods when you go to Costco. You become a member of a club and you get, lower prices. Well, we offer that to you. You become a member of a travel club and you actually get prices you can't find on Hotwire. You can't find on Priceline. They actually beat the best prices on Trivago by 20 to 40%. And I am not kidding you. You are going to save sometimes 30, 40, 50. We've got my partner that saved $125 a night on a Marriott. And we've got people saving money like you wouldn't believe. Now, I know that's hard to believe. Sometimes seeing is believing. And I had to actually see it with my own eyes. And we actually beat the prices every single time. And we've got extra special, I call them dream escapes also, that pay very generous commissions to you. And they are all inclusive, some of the trips. And I'm going to let actually my travel expert talk to you a little bit about all-inclusive. I'm going to go to him first. Now, he's been a top earner in this industry, but he's also been in travel for the last 15 years. He has been corporate. He's been a distributor. He was actually VP of sales of a major travel MLM for 6 years. So he knows everything that's out there. He knows every vendor that's out there, and he is the best one to tell you how we compare to everybody else out there. It's my pleasure to introduce my very good friend, Mr. Rick Thompson.
Hello, Faraday. How are you tonight?
I'm great. Thank you for joining us, Rick.
Well, thank you. Great presentation. I'll tell you what an experience with the Global One. It's been a tremendous run. But it's not a race, guys. It's a marathon, and where everybody is involved and going down that track. And Faraday, you're right. All the different categories you mentioned, as great as they are, don't compare. I think if you add up everything that you talked about, you didn't get quite to $1 trillion in total sales and interest. And travel, guys, if you're out there, if you're not conversant with how big it is, it's currently an $8 trillion market. Expected to double over the next 7 to 10 years. And Farrah just really nailed it. One thing that anybody who's been in the direct sales industry, ever, what are the things that we always talk about? And that's lifestyle. If you had money, what would you do? If you had extra time in your hands, what would you do? And the answer to that question is travel. Now, travel is a multifaceted situation, and everybody, if you look at it, you don't necessarily have to look at just vacation time. You're looking here at the ability to save money every week. Now, there's 2 or 3 people I know that are on the panel here tonight that travel extensively, a night or 2 a week or 2 or 3 nights a week. And we have to foot that bill, those expenses. You go to the Kentucky Derby, you're not going to stay at the racetrack and stand by the rail, for 2 days. You're probably going to get a room. And every time you go somewhere, no matter how you get there, whether you drive, you fly, you take a bus, whatever the case may be, you have to stay somewhere tonight. And the whole concept that you mentioned, the Costco model, if you will, is to put this program out there for the G1e members so that you save money every time you go anywhere and do anything. And I don't care if you're out, this week on the road for 2 nights, you want to save $25, $30 a night, stay at the same place, whether it be a Hampton Inn, a Holiday Inn, a Sheraton, Marriott, a Wyndham, a Hyatt, whatever. But if you can stay in that exact same room on the exact night and spend 20 to 40% less, save $30 to $40, guys, that's dinner and a couple of drinks. That's taking your significant other on the weekend for more entertainment. And you know what? One thing, Farrah, you will find out is you sleep better. at the Hylton for $90 a night than you do at $140 a night. There's something about that $50 sleeping pill that, you went out and spent it and had a couple glasses of red wine or whatever. But guys, the point is that every person you talk to is going to use the travel product. And like I say, it doesn't have to be on vacation. So as you approach people, you have one simple thing that you want to ask someone, and that is if you could show them a way to save money on what they're going to do anyway, would you be interested? And that's the whole key. You don't have to get involved. You don't have to get engaged. Ask them a few questions about, what their needs are, what their requirements are, what they're doing, how they're doing it. And somebody's going to say at some point in time that they want to take a vacation or do this or whatever. And the key to this company's, the system that Rick and the leadership team put together, for all of us is to find a vendor that actually has and provides value all day, every day. And that's the significant difference between, the Global One package program and what's out there with, the old group from, YTB is trying to start a company. There's Vacation out there. There's World Ventures. There's, this one, that one. You know what? They're basically all the same. And that's because they follow what I call the Priceline or the T-City Travelocity model. And they essentially are all within $1 or $2 of each other. You can go look at each website, take the time to go through it, analyze what's out there, and you're going to see that one of them will be $128, the other one's $127.99. One of them's $126 and one's $130. So what? So you spent 4 hours to find out that you could have just stopped at the first search. But you know what? You missed the best opportunity because you didn't go to G1e. You go to G1e, you're going to see that there again, is that 25-30% savings. And you can't tell me that there's anybody out there with any common sense, Farah, that's not going to take advantage of that. All day, every day. Our percentages, I was told by the supplier in a call earlier, or actually the end of last week, our percentage of bookings is more than double that of the typical average industry. That's because the people that are in Global One are out there actually sharing and selling this product to friends, family, whatever the case may be. And he also touched on the dream escapes and, the G1e getaways. We have the best program in the world for Cancun, Mexico. And everybody says, well, is it safe? In Cancun, if you take a look, yes, we hear about the issues in Mexico with potential for violence and so forth, but you don't ever hear anything about Cancun, and that's because it's a safe haven for tourism for Mexico. So they have absolute security that's unbelievable. But you can go down into Cancun for a 6-day, 5-night, all-inclusive. And guys, an all-inclusive means just that. Everything that you do from the time you check into the property, and we work with the Oasis group down there. You can go to, we have deals and values with every group there is. But we have the absolute best program with the Oasis group down there, which is a total of 9 hotels. And you have a 6-day, 5-night, all-inclusive. All your mixed drinks, cocktails, all of your meals, not buffets, but off the menu ordering. You want a couple glasses of wine at dinner. I know Dave's pinching for a cheesecake late at night. You get 24/7 room service. You get back to the room after enjoying the evening out. And a slice of pizza and whatever you want is right there. And it's the most fantastic thing in the world because, as you mentioned, you can make $100 in commission plus 500 BV. On those trips. So, reward yourself, reinvest the commission in yourself, take your significant other down there on the trip, charge up your batteries, Those of you who are north of the Mason-Dixon line, you still got another 30 days of winter, but you know what, Cancun's great in the fall and in the summer, it makes no difference when, and it's all right there. And then we've got destinations around the world. It's not just North America, the U.S. and Mexico. We've got opportunity for everybody. I know Mandy Elliott's normally on these panels, and we've got great deals in Europe, we've got great deals in Ireland, we've got great deals in Korea. Wherever it is that you are in the world where you're carrying the Global One banner or anybody you're talking to, we've got it for them, Farah. So great job as always, and we've got some more stuff coming. We're trying to get together some getaways, where we'll have you and David, Richard and Susan, Tim and Petcha, some of the leaders, where we'll have, for example, we're going to talk to John Daly about having a golf outing and get him to, if you're interested in golf, get him to give some lessons and spend 3 days in Myrtle Beach, or let's all go to the Grand Ole Opry and stay at the Opera Night Hotel, or the baseball season's coming out, anybody here want to go to Wrigley Field, anybody want to go to Chicago, that type of stuff, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to make money while we're saving money. If that's the key, who do you know that wants to save money and make money and travel to the great destinations at the best price possible? Anybody that you talk to has answered that question. God bless you, baby. Thank you very much for having me on the call. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Rick. That just gets me so excited because, of course, we all want to save money, make money, travel, and have fun. Don't we, Boris? Boris is a great leader on our team out of Canada, doing a fantastic job, and I know you love our products. Boris, please come and join us.
Thank you so much, Faraday. Great presentation. Yeah, you know, what can be more excited when you have entertainment products, when you have fun products, you know, products that people, that make people happy, that make people having more fun, more like entertainment in their lives, and in the same time you can make money. You know, you can help other people to have more fun in their life and in the same time make money. And you know, we have here international products, so you can use it everywhere in the world. And you know, for example, for me personally, for someone who speaks a couple of languages, it's unbelievable. You know, this kind of opportunity I was looking all my life to have something to share, something that I like to share. You know, not something that you have to share because this is the only way to make money, right? Something that you share a natural way. You know, so this way everyone can do it. And when everyone can do it, this is when duplication happens. Right, and duplication, this is the key in this industry to make huge results. So definitely this is the best opportunity you can find out there. So if you like what you see, my advice to you is position yourself as soon as you can. And of course, contact the person who invited you here and get your questions answered. Thank you.
Thank you, Boris, and you are killing it. So you know you've got that duplication. We've got Roman. This is one of Boris's teammates on the line with us tonight. He's doing an absolutely phenomenal job. I didn't even realize how phenomenal, Roman, until I started looking at your business the other day. What are you doing, Roman? Because your business is taking off.
Hello guys, hello, thank you very much.
Hi,
yeah, hi, how are you? So nice to meet you for everybody, because it's very important for me this start working in this company, and thank you very much. So Boris invited me here. In one day I just opened my Skype, I read and I found so do you want to be a millionaire this year? And what I found, I thought, yes, really, I thought about this. Yeah, I thought, yeah. So I want to be a millionaire. So I think in this year, I think I will get it. So I think I will work very hard. I start building with Russian team now, and I connect some Russian MLM leaders, and I think I will focus a little bit later for Canadian and other English-speaking countries in the world, and I think we will win here. And I think just need work, have patience, and if it's just in the beginning, I think need focus for that, be principled, working every day, and finally will decision so soon for different people decision. And they will enter in this business, and they will work in this business, and they will duplicate. It's very simple. Start with different packages and just repeat it. Just repeat, grow deeply or widely, doesn't matter. It's very important in this company. So thank you very much. So I'm here. I can be with big family, with Faraday, with Dave, with Boris, and I feel so it's very warm environment for me, and I hope just a little bit more time and grow and grow. So no stop here, just grow forward. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Roman. And we are all part of a big family, and so that, I mean, that makes it very, very special. We're happy to have you on the team. I'd like to go next to my beautiful brunette. She is a secret weapon of mine in Virginia, and she's doing a fantastic job. And please put your camera on so everybody can see the beautiful Michelle Penalosa.
Hi, Faraday. Thanks for the introduction. Might have to excuse me here. I'm not too camera ready because I just came back from running, and then, you know, of course, Faraday invited me on the Hangout today, so glad to be here. You know, Faraday says it, and then Rick says it all. I mean, this opportunity, you just have to introduce people to what you have to offer, and we have such incredible products. It's just, it's really not that hard. It's not rocket science at all. She did mention that we have a fantasy sports vehicle, which is a G1e Fantasy Sports, and I am proud to say that my team has made 14K, about 14K, more or less, in winnings. So, you know, we like to wear that particular title proudly. As for travel, that's my favorite product. I like to compare things personally, and there's really nothing else to compare our company to. We have, or our product, matter of fact, I've searched high and low just to see how great of an opportunity that we have with this, and what other deals that I can find. And, you know, even with our best price guarantee, it's something else entirely. The only way I can explain it to you in short, without taking up too much of your time, is to show you about this deal. You know, I have the Costco catalog right here in my hands, and we have a $9.99 for two $9.99 for two Cancun deal going on. Well, they're charging $1,079 per person, so that's double the price. Can you imagine that? That's ridiculous. Why would I ever decide to use Costco's membership for travel if I can get it for basically half of that rate for an all-inclusive trip? I just think that's so... I can tell you right now that we're going. But anyways, yeah, so right now I'm actually on the website, and I've went on Expedia before. I've been on Trivago and some of those other sites, and the thing that I love about this is they also show you the pictures, so you're not left hanging. You can actually take a look at what the hotel is, and you can see if it's grungy or whatever. They have reviews. You can select whether or not you want to be at a resort or a bed and breakfast, or let's say you just really need something for a night last minute, you want to go to a motel. You know, that's cool. You can go ahead and do that and take a look at the property types that they have. So our search engine has a lot to offer, plus on top of that we have a personal concierge. So you can actually call an agent and you have access to them, and they can help you with any of your questions. I think that altogether, just that little package, I know that we're only in phase 2 of that particular product, but there's going to be so much more to come. You guys should just definitely stay in tune, and if you're not already part of this particular company, you should definitely take a look into it and get with whoever, you know, puts you onto this Hangout. Thanks again, Faraday.
Thank you so much, and thanks for making yourself available after your run. We appreciate it. That was fantastic. Now I want to go to my beautiful blonde, but she's much more than a beautiful blonde. She is one smart young lady. She has a fantastic business background behind her, and she's doing a fantastic job with our company, and that is Miss Wendy Grimm.
Thanks, Faraday. I'm pretty much just going to echo what everyone else has been saying. The products in this company are unbelievable. I've always been a big fan of travel, and now being able to do it at the cheapest possible rate, I love it. And there's the regular travel, but then there's also the escapes packages. These are luxury packages at non-luxury prices. And some of these trips, it's like I wouldn't be able to take if it weren't for G1e. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm still excited about fantasy sports. I kind of took a little bit of a break because I don't know much of I don't know a lot about sports, but I really don't know much about basketball. So that wasn't really my thing, but NASCAR just started up, so I just entered my first contest with that. So that's going to be interesting and fun, and I want to see how those games work. I'm brand new to that style of playing. So that'll be fun. What else to say? Oh, the opportunity in this business is great because not only do you have products you love, but the freedom it gives you. It's so easy to share. It's so easy to tell other people about it, and you get to do it all from whoever you want to do. You get to set your own hours. You get complete freedom. I'm out here on the East Coast, and a few weeks ago we had this big snowstorm, and everyone's snowed in, or they're the ones that aren't are on the icy roads, and it was just bad. And I get to sit, you know, in my living room doing my business and making money, and I think that's just the best out of all of it. I can set my schedule. I can work when I want, and I can take off when I want. I can still travel. Everything's available, and I absolutely love it. Thanks, Faraday.
Thank you so much. And I don't know if that was just me. I couldn't see your beautiful face. Your camera didn't seem to come on. I don't know if it was just me. That was such a great testimonial, but you see her beautiful face there now. Thank you, Wendy. And I'll be looking for you playing NASCAR, and I'm looking forward to it. And finally, I would like to go to a gentleman that lowly beginnings, high school dropout, worked many menial jobs, and now he's living his dreams, seven-figure earner with this opportunity, Mr. Dave Manning.
Thanks so much, Faraday. You know, it's really unbelievable as I sit here and watch everything unfold here with the last year and a half. You know, I want people to pay close attention to what they just heard here tonight, because, you know, when you look at what's happening here, you take Boris, somebody that's working in the French, in the different areas, and in the Russian with Roman and everything. It's really unbelievable. You know, I'm quite humbled by that, because to be quite honest, you know, I am a high school dropout. I'm not overly educated in that way, but here's what I do know. When you have something that is unique, hot, and sexy and different, and everybody's doing it anyway, and we can teach you how to get paid, why wouldn't you want to do it? And I'm so happy that we looked at this back when we did, and we made a move and into it. You know, all 5 of our products are off the charts, but the real monster is the mother load, which is the travel. Sorry about this, but Sonny is just like in the way. And, you know, it's just incredible with everything that we have going on. It's the travel, you know, is a no-brainer. And that's what you're starting to hear and see here tonight, was everybody's talking about, because basically all networking is learning how to talk to people, learning how to present things to people that aren't going to make them want to run away, but make them want to think on how I can save money, how I can have more fun, and am I really living the way I really want to live? Am I doing what I want? And that's what G1e has to offer, see, because we don't have you change anything that you do. We just show you different ways, and if you choose to present it in certain ways, it could possibly change your life. You know, it sure has changed ours, and hundreds of other people's. You know, and this year will affect thousands of people around the globe. You know, and it's really exciting when I see someone like Roman come out of his shell. When I'm watching Boris start to glow, you know, I watched him on the Smile tonight. That was absolutely priceless, because he knows in his heart it's the first time for him to be #1 in his area and around the world in all these different countries. And that goes for each and every one of you that are here tonight. See, because if you believe you can have this, it can be yours. We're only just a baby in the industry, just 18 short months. None of these are easy to get going. All of our products are now gelling together. And with travel, as so eloquently said by Michelle, that, you know, she literally is analytical. You know, she works with our rocket scientists, and they are like, these guys check everything out, man. I mean, you see it. They got the magazine. They're totally unlike me. They do all the homework for me. I don't have to. They know it's already done. You know, and when you got a professional like Rick, it's been around. I mean, think about what you've been presented here with tonight. And then I want to leave you with this. What if a high school dropout could do this, what could you go do? I want you to think about that for a minute, because the only difference between you and me is I refuse to take no for an answer. It's okay that you don't want to do it. It's okay, but that's not going to stop me, and you're not going to steal my dream. See, because I know what we have our hands on, and if you are just willing to open that door, get that Get Started link down below. Get started, get with us. We're going to help you anywhere you want to go on anything that you want to achieve. We will help. The only way you won't get there is because you quit. Other than that, we're going to help you all the way to whatever it is that you want in your life. We look forward to it. Awesome job with the panel here tonight. Awesome job, Farah. And just that totally incredible here with what we have going with G1e. Get started, guys. Hit that link down below. Back to you, Faraday.
Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you to the fantastic panel. And thank you, most of all, for tuning in to hear about an opportunity that really can be life-changing for you like it has been for us. There are a lot of opportunities out there, but there are no opportunities with all of these products that are different than everything else you've ever seen in this industry. So I encourage you to get back to the person that sent you to this video and get your hands on the products. Go play and have some fun, because they're all fun. And, you know, whatever you do, don't sit back with an opportunity is like hitting you in the face. You know, I've done that so many times. I've sat back and an opportunity just passed me by. And in 6 months, I'm like, how did I miss it? And everybody else is standing up on stage with the big checks, and I missed the boat. So don't let that happen. It's happened to me before. It's not fun. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Get back with that person that introduced you to the video, or just click Get Started. I mean, don't you need those travel savings, $100 a night sometimes? You need those savings right now, every day, anytime, and you're going to get them. So once again, thank you for joining us, and we will look forward to helping you, to teaching you, to training you, and being with you right here on the very next Hangout. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.